What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th, then you are Capricorn Sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of November for all Capricorn Sun signs. This spread is designed to give you the information you need to move forward in the best way. It's going to tell you what past, present, and future energies you have surrounding you this month, as well as what to hold on to and let go of in the month of November, as well as what obstacles and lessons are going to be placed in your path in the month of November. So it's designed to give you all the information that you need to make November the best month possible. Let's introduce you to some of my crystal friends. I've got my Sodalite Sphere, which you guys know all too well. He's with me for every reading. And then I also brought with me a Rainbow Moonstone Egg. I love this thing. It's very soothing and calming, and it helps spark some psychic abilities. And same with the Tanzanite. It's a small little piece from Africa, but it packs very powerful energy. So we have those helpers with us today. And I'm going to be using the Super 8-Bit Tarot. This is a fun, quirky video game themed deck that I really like. It's very childlike and innocent and fun, so I really like it a lot. If you want to learn more about it, I have a video review of this deck on my channel, which I'll link to in the card on the top right of the screen, so you can check that out if you want to. Anyway, if you would give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the question, what are the energies surrounding Capricorn Sun signs this November? Alright, that ought to do it. We shall cut the deck and deal them out. Isn't this deck awesome? While we're at it, we're going to consult the Keepers of the Light Oracle, and we're going to ask it what spiritual message it has for Capricorn Sun signs in the month of November. What spiritual message for Capricorn Sun signs? I'm going to go ahead and say that's not a... I was closing my eyes. I'm not going to count that as a message, so... What message for Capricorn Sun sign, spiritual message in the month of November? If it had landed the other way, the other side up, the back side up, I might have thought that was a message. But anyway, all right. So let's look at these beautifully colored cards and see what we got going on here. I'm gonna look at these cards individually first, and then go through and see what they have to say as a whole. I'm seeing a nice mixture of pentacles, swords, wands, a couple of nines. So interesting. Only one major arcana. Yeah, we'll get into it. So let's go. The first card here represents the energies of last month, so the energies of October, and we've got the Six of Swords. And I get the feeling that October was a time for a lot of you to travel, to move around. This could mean a plane ride, this could mean a boat ride, this could mean a car ride, this could mean a bike ride, a horse ride, whatever thing you like to ride. No, a lot of you, I think, got the opportunity to move around. And remember, this is a general overall reading, so not everything's going to apply to everybody in a specific way. Some things will work for others and others won't, so take what works for you. But this could also mean that there was movement, not necessarily physical movement, but more movement of your thoughts. And a lot of you, those of you who didn't travel, and even those of you who did, kind of saw like a shift a little bit in the way that you see things, the way that you think about things. So I get the feeling that October was a transformative month for a lot of you that kind of changed a few things about the way you perceive the world, the way you think about the world, perhaps the way you think about the self. So I do feel like whatever trip you went on in October was very beneficial. And if you didn't go on a trip, I mean, you all went on a trip of some kind, even if it was only to the grocery store, right? But I think a lot of you, even if you didn't go on a trip, I think a lot of you kind of changed the way you think about things. So that's very good. It seems like October was an eye-opening month for a lot of you. Very good. All right, let's move over to this card, which represents the current energies, the energies of now, and we've got the Ten of Wands. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you are feeling a little bit overworked right now, a little bit too busy, a lot of things on your plate, a lot of people demanding your attention, demanding your action and energy. And I think you guys are on the verge of exhaustion. A lot of you are just really pushing yourselves pretty hard right now. This could be as a result of the new understandings that you came across in October. And you like had a lot of vigor and you had a lot of energy, and maybe you overdid it. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach, as they say, and you kind of put more on your plate than you could eat. That's a metaphor. But yeah, I get the feeling that you guys are on the verge of just being too tired to move forward, and you're working yourselves a lot. And I definitely see this personally as not a good thing. If you overwork yourself, then you're kind of getting less accomplished than you could if you had paced yourself. Think about a marathon runner who sprints too much during the race. They have to stop and rest while the guy who is just going slow and steady passes him. The tortoise and the hare type situation. Okay? So yeah, I get the feeling that there's a lot of energy on your plate right now, a lot of work on your plate, and maybe some of you are getting exhausted. This card here represents the energies of November, of the next month of November. We've got the Queen of Cups. I see the month of November being another productive month for you. This is a month where you're going to go into the emotions. This is a month where you're going to get connected with your emotions, where you're going to really see how your emotions are working for you, and you're going to utilize those emotions to achieve the highest good, whatever that means for you. We all have different goals and objectives in this life, and I get the feeling that in October you guys are going to be moving forward and in an emotional way, being connected with your emotions, yet still using your emotions to progress on your life path. So yeah, I feel like November is going to be another great month for you, another positive, uplifting month that's going to bring progress to your life. Anything else I want to say about that? No, I think that pretty much explains it. Short and simple. Yeah. All right, let's go over here. This card represents what to hold on to in the month of November. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. And this card is about getting work done, is about staying productive and staying creative. I think that's what a lot of people forget about the Eight of Pentacles, that a lot of creativity has to go into this. So I think what this card is saying in the month of November is that you should focus on work. Yes, I said that the end of October, a lot of you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed and kind of tired, but in the month of November, stay focused and remember the tortoise and the hare. Stay steady and what's the word I'm looking for? Well, whatever the tortoise does to win that race, that's what you need to do in the month of November, and stay creative. That's another very important thing. You want to be creative as much as you possibly can, and you want to keep your nose to that grindstone and keep pumping out creativity, because it's your way of interacting with society, interacting with the world, as you're sharing the thing that exists only inside of you. And it's a two-way street, because the people who experience your creativity are going to give you positive energy back, and gratitude and thanks, and maybe even money if you're lucky. So definitely stay creative, stay productive in the month of November. It might be easy when you're in an emotional time. I get the feeling that November is going to be an emotional time for a lot of you, and it's easy to maybe forget your goals, forget your schedule, or forgetting the pace that you want to set. So don't get lost in emotion and stay productive. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. This card here represents your biggest hurdle or biggest obstacle you're likely to face in the month of November. We've got the Nine of Cups. Give me a moment with this one. Over celebration, perhaps? If it's an emotional month and you're feeling good in the month of November, we might have the tendency to kind of over celebrate. And yes, this could mean drinking alcohol or going out to party and stuff like that. But it also could mean being a little bit. I hate to use the word lazy, not lazy, but kind of sitting back and resting on your laurels, and that's going to be an obstacle for you guys in the month of November. Is maybe just feeling really good about things, so you kind of forget to put things into motion. You kind of forget to be creative. You forget to work towards your goals and your aspirations. So I think that's going to be an obstacle for you guys. Is being a little bit too much into the energy of celebration, of just relaxing, maybe even. And yeah, if you feel like you need a break and you need to relax, especially considering this Ten of Wands energy that's circling you at this time, then by all means, definitely relax. But it doesn't mean stop altogether for a whole month. The tortoise, he takes his time. And, if you take your time, you don't need to break as often. And so if you do need to break, that's fine. Take a break. Do what you got to do. Go party. Let loose. But come back and regain that creative energy so that you don't, sit too long in the resting of the laurels energy. Does that make sense? I hope so. I really do. I never know if any of the things I say make sense to other people. It makes sense in my head, okay? All right, this card here represents what you should let go of in the month of November. We've got the World card. Interesting. Give me a moment with this one. All right, this card is saying, Capricorn friends, that you don't need to get it all done at once. You think of the hare. I love this analogy. It's working with this reading really well. You think of the hare. He's trying to win the race all at once. But what ends up happening is that he stalls out. He runs out of energy. He has to take a nap. And then the tortoise passes him. And this card is saying that, you're not going to get it all done this month, Capricorn friends. You're not going to complete, whatever goals you're trying to attain. It's not going to come, instantly. And so I'm definitely feeling like there needs to be a balance here, a balance between celebration, rest, and work. And I think, striking out that balance is going to help you tremendously. And finding your pace is going to help you tremendously. But don't feel like you have to rush to get everything done in the month of November, right? Oftentimes November, at least in the United States, it feels like that. You got to prepare for Thanksgiving. You got to make sure you have enough money to buy presents. You got to start buying presents. You got to worry about getting trampled on Black Friday in your Walmart. There's a lot going on, and it's easy to get caught up in that energy and swept away. But just take it easy, Capricorn friends, and I think that's going to help you tremendously. And you're not a superhero. You don't need to get everything done right away. Pace yourself. Okay. This card here represents the energy of the people around you in the month of November. And yes, individuals in your life have specific individual energies, but this card represents the energies of people as a whole in your life. Your friends, family, coworkers, strangers, people you meet, everyone. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm definitely seeing a kind of a mirroring of the cards here. We got the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles to me right now is saying that the people in your life are going to bring to you that complacent energy. They're gonna be like, hey, you want to go have fun, you want to go do this or do that. And yes, of course, you got to be social, you got to do things that are fun, but you also have to remember that you do have goals. You have to be creative, and you got to strike a balance. Now that I'm reading these cards, that Keepers of the Light Oracle card that popped out was totally making sense. I might just go through the deck and find it, because I'm getting the feeling, Capricorns, that this is about balance and striking out that balance. Anyway, back to this card. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Anyway, I'm all over the place here. Back to this card is that, the people in your life are going to be reminding you that you've got everything made in the shade. And this is both a good thing and a bad thing. They're going to remind you that life is great. You're feeling fulfilled. You got everything accomplished. Not everything accomplished, but you got a lot of things in your life accomplished that you wanted to accomplish. And so you really should celebrate. So that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing if you go too much into that energy and allow that to become complacency. So don't become complacent because of the people in your life. They might feel complacent and that might rub off on you. And like I said, yes, a certain amount of that is good, but not too much. All right, this last card here represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn, Capricorn friends, in the month of November. And we've got the 8 of Swords. Haven't seen too much sword energy here. Give me a moment with this card. Okay, this card is saying that your biggest enemy is you. You're your biggest enemy. It's your fears, it's your doubts, your worries. Those are the only things keeping you back, really. When we get down to the nitty gritty, you're the only one holding you back from your potential. And it's important to realize that. And I think that's something that's going to become illuminated for you, Capricorn friends, in the month of November, is that, you're the one deciding to spend too much time celebrating. You're the one who puts too much on their plate so that they can't get everything done and then they need to take a break because they have a breakdown. You're the one who wants to get everything done quickly, which could lead to a lot of stress. And, you're the one that's allowing the energy of success to motivate you one way or the other. And I think that's going to be the lesson for you, is that you have to realize that you are doing all of this. And you have the power to create it. You have the power to negate it. And you are in complete control of your life, complete and utter control. And it's based on your thoughts, a lot of it. A lot of it is based on your thoughts and your feelings and how you feel or think about certain things, your perspective of certain things. And once you realize that you can change your perspective of certain things, then you can start to really tinker with your reality so that it becomes exactly what your soul wants. And that's the goal. That's what we're all trying to do, right? No one's got it figured out. Well, maybe they do, but no one I know. Okay? All right, so looking at these cards as a whole, that Transcendence card, the Lord Shiva card, makes a lot of sense because this month of November is going to be about finding a balance, friends, Capricorn friends, is finding that balance. October was a great month for you. I think it opened your eyes a little bit to different perspectives. But now, at the end of October, you're feeling a little bit weighed down by all your responsibilities that you've taken on. But as you move into November, I think there's going to be a more emotional reactions to things, and more time spent in your emotions, which I think is a positive thing. It's going to help you to feel through things rather than just do things based on momentum. Be sure to stay productive and creative as much as possible, because there will be the urge to celebrate. There will be the urge to rest on your laurels, as I said, and just kind of sit back and maybe rest a little bit too much. So don't rest too much, but don't work too much. It's about that balance. You don't have to get everything done all at once. Let things play out. Let the energies of the universe guide you rather than trying to fight against them and show that universe, who's going to get what done when. Don't do that. It's not going to help you. And the people around you are going to be very uplifting in the fact that they're going to, remind you that you've accomplished so much. But that's also can be a bad thing if you kind of dwell in that energy too long. So strike a balance there as well. And realize that you are in complete and utter control of everything. Everything. You're doing this, Capricorns. And if you don't like something in your life, you have the total and complete power to change it in whatever way you want to change it. Alright, that is the reading. So let's go to the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. We asked it what spiritual message it had for Capricorn friends in the month of November. And we've got, oh my god. Oh my, I'm going to have a conniption. I told you. Did you see me reshuffle? Holy cow. I love the spirit realms. It's got a sense of humor. It told me that this message, wow. Lord Shiva Transcendence. It's about balance. It's about, transcending the kind of the Oh, man, I'm just flustered right now. The message here is about transcending the physical 3D world, you know, and rising above, connecting with your higher self, and being able to see your life from a higher perspective so that you can better see how you can balance your life. What is, you can see with an eagle's eye. An eagle sees everything, you know. You're in the forest, you know, with your hands out, feeling out where to go, but an eagle can see the pathway, right? And just like an eagle, if you attune yourself to your higher self, you can see your life from a higher perspective, and you can see what's not in balance and what is in balance. And that's what this card is asking you to do this month, is to try to rise above, try to transcend the 3D physical earth world and kind of see things from an overall perspective so that you know where you can take energy and where you can put energy so that everything is in balance. My mind is blown right now. It just goes to show you that those runners, they can mean something, and it pounded me over the head. It was like, James, you knew that meant something. I was talking about it had to be flipped over. That was my ego mind. Listen to your higher guidance. Everything will work out as the universe is demonstrating here for us today. Okay, so Capricorn friends, I hope your mind is as blown as mine. That was a really cool thing. You saw me shuffle. You saw. I didn't do any. I don't know sleight of hand. So yeah, this is going to be a great month for you, Capricorns. You're going to be in the emotional energy type phase, but be sure that all aspects of your life are as balanced as you can make it, and everything is going to be great this month of November, okay? So if you want a reading just for you, this was a general reading, but if you want a specific reading tailored just for you where I tap into your energy, then head on over to my Etsy shop. There's a link in the description below. You can just click on that and check out all the various readings that I offer. We can work together to get to the bottom of your issues. So I'd appreciate it if you check that out. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Hit it for this card coming out. That was amazing. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and I should keep doing it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to say about this reading, put those in the comment section below. And if you really enjoyed this reading, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I release these videos bi-monthly, as well as weekly readings, as well as a whole bunch of videos sprinkled in between that you don't want to miss out on. All right, Capricorn friends, have a great month. I know it will be. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.